Hello, good morning. Well, it has been a busy weekend, hasn't it? Of course, I have a new phone. Same number, guys. Because I had the sense to go and see my network provider. Buy one, which was on offer, so it only cost me 20 quid. And it's plugged into the same number, which unfortunately means that the SIM card on my iPhone, the one the police have got, is now useless because they've deactivated that. Sorry, guys. Didn't realise that was going to happen, actually. But there you go. And there's no point in you taking that one because there's nothing on it. So good luck getting that, getting anything off that. Right, about 2 o'clock on Friday afternoon, I received a phone call. No caller ID, so I knew it was the police. Line wasn't very good, so I tried a couple of times to catch who the guy's name was. What the guy's name was, I couldn't, and I just thought, let's get on with it. And they were making out like they were going to come round and see me and take a statement about 25 years worth of theft in the public purse, which, as we all know by now, was set up by John Major. So that's fine, because about 10 minutes before that phone call, I'd actually had an email from the IPCC saying I must take the case to the police before they could do anything. So I'd rather assumed, possibly a bit foolishly, that the police had then been told to contact me. Anyway, so I said, well, almost the weekend. I says, I'll probably be back by 5 this afternoon, and I was. Oh, that's fine. So 5 o'clock comes, and then, no one turns up. 5:30, still no one there. Anyway, there's a load of gridlock on the roads around where I live because there's been a crash, you see. So I gave it till 6 o'clock and I phoned them up. I said I was rather expecting a couple of officers to come around and take my statement about 25 years worth of theft in the public purse, which, as we all know by now, was set up by John Major. Can't say that enough. Right, who contacted you? I said, well, I didn't really catch the guy's name. I said, it was quite a bad line. I said, I can tell you it was at 13:56 on my phone. Oh, he says. Oh, that's weird. There's no record of the call. Oh, says me. I thought, that's funny. Anyway, I thought, well, it'll sort itself out. And so it did. At 6:30, 2 coppers turned up, and, well, we know the rest. So obviously I was quite sort of elated at this. It was Friday night. I'd finished on a Friday night, had a few beers, waiting for these guys to come and take my statement. Well, I opened the door, and they started banging on about arresting me. And I was like, what? So now I was a bit confused, a bit taken aback, and then one of them proceeds to march into my hallway. So I thought, well, fuck this shit. That's all I'd really heard was, they were arresting me. So I thought, well, yeah, my life's in danger now. So I've got to do something now. So all I did was put my hand out to stop him, you see. Touched his thing. Oh, that's assault. That's assault. You assaulted me. You touched me. Gently. Because I'm a big crybaby. Who does that remind you of, eh? DCBL springs to mind, the bailiffs on TV. Then they tried to get me in a wrist lock. I reversed that and got back out of it. So then I almost stood at the end of my hallway, and they're looking a bit fucking stupid, to be honest. So I said, look, okay, yeah, my flatmate was there. He said, look, just go with them. I said, yeah, whatever, fine, whatever. So then they fucking had to handcuff me because I'd resisted arrest, apparently. Sorry, I was in fear of my life, First thing that does tend to spring to mind is to get your attacker away from you, which I did using basic self-defense moves, not attack moves. So I went with them, and it just got more and more farcical, really. They didn't interview me till like about 1 o'clock on Saturday morning or something. Because first I'd had a couple of beers, so I might need to take a breath test before I could be interviewed. That one went away. And then I said I had mental health issues, so then, of course, an appropriate person had to be present. So that took a bit longer. Then they wanted to know where I worked, where I stayed when I was on the roads, did I work with my flatmate? So I told them just sod off, basically. I kept saying, am I obliged to answer that question? And they kept saying, Mr. Dacres, you don't have to say that, you just don't answer the question. So they asked me another question, and I said, am I obliged to answer that question? Anyway, I went to court Saturday morning, obviously. Brief turned up. I wasn't going to take one. Duty brief turned up about 10 minutes before. He was quite surprised I wanted to speak to him. I said, I'm not on board, mate, really. Anyway, so he said, do you think they're going to let you out? Like, if you, whatever, if there's another case? I said, no. They'll keep me locked up on bail for a month. Because this court case is next month now. He said, I'll have a word. So they said the one charge I can't talk about, because I can't talk about the person who I may have sent text messages with words relating to World War II Germany in them. And the other case, which now, of course, because I assaulted the policeman, because I touched him very gently. So I pleaded not guilty to both. Seriously, does anyone else's phone bleep every time there's a Wi-Fi network available? Because I've only had this like 2 days and it's really starting to bug me. So I pleaded not guilty to both, so it is going to Crown Court, judge and jury, and I have their evidence. And I'm sure I won't mention theft from the public purse at all in front of the jury. Not more than 300 times, anyway. So that's you updated, guys. I shall keep you in the loop, obviously, as that day draws nearer. And any other ridiculous antics the police get up to. Like when you get in a police van with uniformed officers, you must assume you've been arrested. I'll see you all later.